Follow your dreams. Chase your passions. Do what you love, and you'll never have to work another day in your life. In the history of education, this is one of the most commonly given out career advice repeatedly to students. Surprisingly, it's also one of the worst career advice that we can give to our children. Why? Because it's incomplete, it's misleading, and it creates the wrong expectations among students about their future and about real life. Let's dig deeper. When we say, follow your dreams, where do these dreams come from? Dreams come from our likes, what interests us. Say, you join the football team in your school, and your coach says, wow, you play really well. You love it. You sing at a school event, and everyone says, wow, you're such a good singer. You absolutely love the adulation, the praise. And you start thinking, maybe I can follow this up as my career path. Right? Now, do you think interests are enough basis to create a lifelong, fulfilling, joyous career path? Absolutely not. You know, dreams come from the heart. Smart career decisions usually are a mix of voices from the heart and the wisdom from the mind. We need a mixing of the two. So today, we're going to take a slightly more logical approach. We're going to listen to the heart. We're going to keep our interests in mind, but at the same time, we're going to look at a few more factors which are important to help us choose our careers and our life path. Because this is something, students, this is something we are going to be doing for the rest of our life. It's really critical. So let's look at these factors, yeah? Apart from interests, the next factor, who are you? What's your personality? Let's say you want to be, you've seen the IFA awards, you've seen the Oscars, and you are mesmerized by all that glamour, the glitz, and you want to be in events management industry, or you want to be in hospitality, but you hate strangers. You dislike stressful situations. You need to sleep on time and wake up on time. You cannot take all that madness. You do not like being yelled at. Now, these are some of the things which are going to be an everyday occurrence in those industries. You want to make sure that your personality gels with the kind of career path that you want to choose. All right? So personality is very important. In certain career paths, it's hugely advantageous to have talent, a natural talent for that career path. How good are you right now? I love to cook, but when I cook, nobody wants to eat. I love to sing, but the moment I start singing, everyone leaves the hall. Now, you do not want that. You want your natural talents to go with the flow of the career path that you want to choose for yourself. Or, let's say you do not have the natural talent or the inborn talent. You have to put in 5 times the effort and develop that talent in yourself. There's no harm in doing that. If you put your heart and soul into it, you can always develop your talent. But make sure your talent aligns with what you want to follow for the rest of your life. Right? There are certain career paths which have a very low success rate as compared to others. Keep that in mind when choosing the career path, all right? How many players play in the Indian cricket team? 11? 11 players only. Now you might say, but there's a women's cricket team as well. All right, so make it 22. Then you'll say, but there's IPL. IPL players get good salaries as well. All right, add another 60, 70 players. Now you have almost 100 players who play cricket at a professional level where they get paid really well. How many students do you think set out to become cricketers as their only dream in their life? Probably 100,000. How many reach professional level of cricket? 100. That's a success rate of 0.1%. Keep these factors in mind when choosing your career path. Right? So 0.1% are going to reach the top, 99.9% do not. And where do the other 99.9% end up? What is the cost of failure in your industry? In certain career paths, they do not end up in very good places. They do not get good jobs. They do not get satisfying careers. So what happens is, we only get to hear one side of the story. When your school invites speakers like ourselves, whom do they invite? Successful people. When you go to a talk show, when you listen on TV, who do you listen to? You listen to those 0.1%. What we do not listen to are the remaining 99.9% people whose life may have a lot of regrets. And that's why we at times get a distorted view. So it's important to understand this. In my job as a founder and CEO, I have interviewed thousands of people over the years. I have met so many people who chose career paths with a low success rate and high cost of failure. And they deeply regret that. But there's also a learning that I got from it. There's no harm in pursuing a career which has a high cost of failure. It's okay. But the learning is, always have a parachute career. If you decide to jump out of the plane, make sure you have something that will save you when things start to go bad. What does that mean? Have a plan B. In the pursuit of that one dream, do not ignore everything else. Always create a safety net that if I do not become a singer, let's say, which I want to be, I have some backup option where I'll still end up in a good place. An example is Chetan Bhagat. He loved to write, but he knew authors don't make money. Very low success rate. He went into investment banking. He did investment banking, made a lot of money, kept writing, and when eventually his writing, his hobby became actually successful, he quit investment banking and then pursued it full time. Safety nets, they're always useful in life, right? So cost of failure is important to understand. How much I love it. The other day, and this is a regular occurrence, the other day, a friend of mine came to me with his son. The son had recently picked up guitar, and he was in love with guitar. He told his dad, "Dad, I want to be the next Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton. I do not want to do anything else. This is my passion, this is my life, this is my chosen dream." All right? Father was very worried, what's going to happen? He asked me, I said, "Listen, how many hours do you practice?" He says, "I practice for 1 hour every day." I said, "Do you know how much Jimi Hendrix used to practice? He used to play guitars continuously for 12 hours every day. Do you think you can become Jimi Hendrix by playing guitar 1 hour a day?" He says, "Probably not." I said, "Fair enough. Let's agree on a number. From tomorrow, if you want to be a professional guitarist, a great of all time, you're going to start practicing 4 hours every day. Can you do that?" "Yes, I can do that." So his father, on my suggestion, he put him in guitar classes 4 hours every day, 6 days a week. I met that boy a month later. I said, how's your classes going? Well, sir, I realized I like playing the guitar, but I can't do it the whole day. I don't like it anymore. There's a difference between interests and passions. Sometimes we think just because we do something 1 hour every day, we can do it for the rest of your life and take it up as a career. Question yourself, if I cannot do it for a given number of hours every day, how can I do it for the rest of my life? So do not confuse your interests, which can become your hobbies. So guitar can be a hobby for that child, but probably not a career path, right? So how much do you really love it? How badly do you want it? It's very important. I'll go back to something I said earlier. Do what you love, and you'll not have to work another day in your life. Somehow these lines make us believe that if we follow our dreams, life is going to be a bed of roses. Every day I'm going to jump out of my bed, springing with joy and living my dream. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. That's such a big lie. No great persons have been created without sacrifices. The greatest of all people have to do so many things they do not like in order to get to do the things that they do like. Cristiano Ronaldo. You see his physique, you see his prowess in football, you're so impressed, oh wow, this guy is living his dream. Do you know Ronaldo, as a part of his fitness regime, he immerses himself, he takes ice baths. So what are ice baths? Essentially, he fills up a whole large bucket of ice, and then he sits in that bucket, in that freezing temperature, in order for his body to recover from all the sessions that he's doing. Do you think he likes to do that? Virat Kohli was once famously asked by an interviewer, what is your favorite food? He said, butter chicken. And he went on to ask, so where was the last time you had butter chicken? He said, I can't remember, because the last time I had butter chicken was 4 years back. Do you think he likes not to eat his favorite food? Kobe, the great basketball player, used to wake up at 4 a.m. every morning to do pre-practice before starting his regular practice with his teammates at 6 a.m. Every single day. Even if he went to a party and that party finished at 1 a.m., he would get up at 4 a.m. and go for his pre-practice so that he could stay ahead of others. Do you think he likes to do it? We have to get over this notion that just because we are doing what we like, we are going to get success and happiness and joy for the rest of our life. For anything that you want to achieve in your life, you have to make sacrifices. If you truly want to achieve greatness, be ready to make sacrifices. Be ready to do things that you do not like to do. If you want to become a doctor, for example, and usually medical students do not like physics. Yeah? What do? If you truly want to become a doctor, you'll have to do things that you do not like to do. So if it is physics you don't like, you have to do it. No questions asked. As simple as that. Right? Or whatever the career path is. Right? Be ready to sacrifice. The greater the sacrifices, the greater the amount of success that you can achieve in your life. Technology is disrupting career paths. So many career paths are going out of the picture. With artificial intelligence, automation coming in, there are so many jobs which will be completely replaced by technology. Some of the jobs which are very popular, very glamorous today. Let me give an example. Pilots. Planes are already flying on autopilot mode. Within the next 3 to 4 years, we are going to have plane taxis like drones, and we are very soon going to have full-on planes which are going to fly completely pilotless. We're already doing it in cars. I was in the US last year, and a friend of mine drove me in his Tesla. We drove 20 kilometers from one restaurant to his home on autopilot. He just fed in his home address, and we were there, and the car was driving itself. If cars can do it, planes will definitely end up doing it. Modeling, you would not believe. Companies are creating artificial intelligence models who do not throw tantrums, with whom they are doing advertisements, creating video campaigns, creating images. It's changing, the world is changing. So keep an eye on the future. Do not be fixated on a career path simply because that is the only thing that you love, because that thing may not have relevance in the future. So always scan the future, how the world is changing, on what career paths may come up to be. Bills are not paid by happiness tokens. There's no happy coin to pay the bills for the things that you will want later in life. You'll need your house. You'll need a car. You'll have a wife or husband. You'll have kids. You'll have your phone. You'll have a Netflix connection. All these things take money. We want to make money. There are numerous studies which have been conducted on the fact that money increases. A certain degree of wealth increases our happiness. And if we don't have it, it continues to decrease our happiness. So happiness is related to money. So do not ignore money. And you want to choose career paths which you can monetize, which you can get paid for. Have you watched India's Got Talent or America's Got Talent? You see these people eating nails or eating glass pieces. Now, probably they love it, so they have the interest, and definitely they have the talent for it. Do you think they can get paid for it? Like a full-on, lifelong career, can you build eating nails and glass? You want to choose a career not only which you love, not only which you're good at, but also which you can monetize. So look out for the salaries. Some students at times tell me, I want to be a graphic designer. I tell them, go to Dubizzle or go to Indeed.com and check out the salaries that graphic designers get. If you're happy with that, fair enough. But do that scanning. Make an informed choice. I want to show you quickly this beautiful concept of Ikigai, which forms a part of Japanese philosophy. Ikigai stands for the reason of being. It helps us create a beautiful, wonderful, lifelong career path. There are 4 options which are mentioned here. If we can match these 4 things, we can create a beautiful, happy life and will never regret another day. What you love, if you can combine what you love with what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. If you can reach this sweet spot, that's your Ikigai. Read more about it when you can. All right? So finally, wrapping it up. Should you follow your dreams? Should you follow your dreams, students? Hell yes! You must follow your dreams. What are we if we don't dream? You are our future. You must dream. So you must dream. Just remember, not every dream has to become your career path. Dreams can become lifelong hobbies, and they can give you joy and happiness and fulfillment for the rest of your life. All right? So keep dreaming. Thank you.